totally love the characters' movements. They're so lifelike.
Man, 32X games have huge computer graphics. There's a ton of new titles to play.
You can even play your favorite Genesis and CD game. 32X makes the game way more intense, just like in the arcade.
In case of emergency, the 32X's CPU has two Hitachi 32-bit RISC processors running at 23 MHz, 40 MIPS. Also underneath your 32X seat, there is co-processing, a Genesis 68000, and a new EDP. Should the cabin experience a sudden graphic change, the 32X is equipped with high-speed RISC processors and dual frame buffers that allow rendering of 50,000 polygons per second, texture mapping, hardware scaling, and rotation. FAA regulations require us to inform you that this 32X is equipped with 32,768 simultaneous colors and has a 4 megabit RAM memory in addition to the Genesis and Sega CD. At this point, the captain has illuminated the overlay light, which means that once we are airborne, you will be able to overlay graphics over Genesis video. For your audio entertainment during the flight, the 32X has stereo digital audio with programmable sample rates and audio mixing with Genesis sound. On behalf of the entire crew, we would like to thank you for flying with 32X today and would like to remind you that 32X is next. So get with it.
So get with it. 32X is next. Alright, so we're going to fly a very old Airbus and get this thing up and running and into the sky. So without further ado, we'll first turn on our external power. Throw on the dome light here. Oh shit. Yeah, throttles were forward there. Sorry about that. Alright, how's the audio? How's everything sounding? Alright, anyway, yeah, sorry about that, little jump scare. So yeah, we got the external power on, so then we'll turn our batteries on up here. Then we'll turn our navs to our nav GPS IRS, get that rolling. Go over here to the EFB. Bringing our flight plan from Jacksonville International to Miami. So that's brought in. And then once we come over here, we can actually wait. A couple quick things we need to do on the overhead. We need to turn on our nav logo lights. Lets people know that, hey, this aircraft is operational. It ain't just sitting there doing nothing. Turn the fuel pumps on. And the window probe heat's on. Alright, other than that, everything looks fine. We can leave these seatbelt and no smoking lights off. We'll turn the standby instrument on there. Standby compass on. Yeah, so as you can see, this interface right here in front of us. What's up, Oof? Oof in the house. Nancy's in the house. Welcome in. You can see this interface in front of us. It's going to be like a little chit chat and fly. Just shoot the breeze. Bottom line. So this is a very old aircraft. It was a multi-country project, parts and everything, ingenuity, to make this aircraft what it is. We'll go outside and look at it later once we get everything rolling here, but it's got a lot of the old steam gauges here for the engines and the altimeters, a lot of old school looking stuff. So it looks intimidating, but it's not that bad, and I'm going to try to make it not that bad, and hopefully we don't fucking end up in the dirt, you know. So, you know, that's the bottom line. That's the idea. Sorry. Anyway, we're going to the FMS here, which is like the computer. You know, you've all seen this kind of screen, but this is like the old school version of it. But we've already got a flight plan set up. I did this all behind the scenes. So we're going to KJAX-KMIA. Everything looks good there. Cost index 83, 50360 FDS. It should be FedEx, but hey, we'll roll with FDS. And then we can hit our Align IRS button right there. And then this will indicate right here on the screen, right under memo here, IRS and Align. So that is splendid. It's doing its thing. With the altimeter, we are getting at reading of 29902. So we're already at 29902 on both gauges. So that's fine. So next thing we're gonna do is just basically load this thing up, and we can do it instantly. We're not gonna, you know, sit here and wait forever. And I can show the cargo loading and stuff, but you know, why not? Why not? Because we'll show the aircraft as we do that. So we've already loaded everything in, so we'll ask our...
This parking is too, this parking is too, this parking is too...
It's yelling at me saying this parking's not big enough, but who cares? We're going to request boarding. Okay, so...
This parking is too small for your air boarding requested.
There we go, boarding requested. What kind of handling are we going to use? It doesn't look like it has FedEx here. This is not a FedEx hub, so we'll just do ExpressJet. So now I got to open all these doors real fast. Left door, cargo. Alright, so let's go outside and check it out. Oh yeah. So if you were wondering, like, looking outside and you see this, like, haze over here on the right side, well, that's the ground power unit right now, venting off heat. So that's what that's doing. So yeah, basically, yeah, it's a wide body Airbus. It's pretty big. Look at some of the tires, look at some of the detail here. And we're getting rained on. We're not going to touch or attach the pushback right now. We'll do nobody. But now, pretty good detail on the landing gear there. You can see, like, the detail is insane on this aircraft. Even going up inside the cargo area, even though it's loaded right now because we loaded it. Like, even like these little charts, like all this stuff. Oop, yeah. Anyway, like, it is very detailed. So anyway, we're loading up. We'll let it load up as we do the next stuff that we need to do. Yeah, so how was everyone's weekend? Everyone having a good weekend? Everyone having a good case of the Mondays today? Bunch of shit going on, right? Alright, so we'll go ahead and select our departure, which, according to our charts here, it's the runway 8, So Xbox 2. Okay. 28 right, Miami. So we're doing Xbox. Oh, wait a second. Let's go back here. Let's hit SID. We're looking for Xbox 2. KJAX. Xbox 2, there it is. Xbox 2 is right in front of me. Alright, and then we're not doing any transition to Ormond Beach, because Ormond Beach would like put us like more towards the East Coast versus like where we want to go towards Miami. It's going to send us like a little further east, southeast. You don't want to do that. Coming out of runway 8. So we'll insert that. That all looks fine and dandy. We can compare that to our charts. Navgraph, KJAX, departure, Xbox 2, RNAV. Top of altitude is 3,000 feet. We're not gonna bother with that, but that's how you follow the chart. Departure out of runway 8. Airport elevation is only 29 feet off sea level, so basically, yeah, it's a vector. You're gonna depart runway 8 or runway 8 over here, and then you're gonna get vectored, you know, wherever. So nothing to do there. For now, we will bring up our takeoff. Actually, wait. We have to load the plane up. Wait, is it loaded up yet? We are loaded up. No, we're not loaded up yet. Now we're loading up. Oh crap! All right, we'll okay, it's finished. All right, we were already loaded up. What am I thinking? Anyway, this is very easy. We'll go to the edit page. Go to the next screen. We'll put in our set the block and everything. Now the 0 fuel weight center of gravity will be on our performance page. So we'll go takeoff performance. So this is right here, this value right here, 31.4 is what we want to put in there. Oh, our R's are aligned now. So we actually have navigation. The screens are alive. Everything looks beautiful. Oh, good. Yeah, get out of the house. You know, do your thing. 31.4. We got to clear a lot of this crap on the screen here. These messages. 31.4 in the box. So all this will start to calculate itself for the route, fuel, trip time, all that stuff like that. It'll start to fill itself in. So that's what we want. So at this point, we can pretty much the nav beacons, pretty much get the APU rolling here in a second. Just checking the overhead a little bit here. That's pretty much it. Like elevation, airport elevation is 29 feet. We don't even need to modify that. Let me get rid of this. Okay, yeah. So let's go ahead and fire up that APU. So you come up here to the APU master switch on the overhead. Flip that on. You wait a few seconds. And then you hit the start button. Then you monitor the system over here. I had a good weekend, you know. I get through the weekend, right? I work, I lurk, I twerk. I fly planes, man. I don't know what else to do. So as you can see, the exhaust gas temperature is starting to rise, or starting to go down. I'm sorry, it was not. It was rising, and now it's going down, down to like below 300, which is where you want it. Safe temperatures. You don't want to go over 600 because that would be a hot APU. That thing would boil some brats, if you know what I'm talking about. That thing would cook some brats. Alright, so APU is on and available. So now we can turn on our APU bleed over here. Now you'll hear the APU bleed kick on. Boom. And at that point, we can come out of external power. Boom. Alright, so let's close some doors over here. Let's go over here and close this. We are loaded up. Closing doors. That where it's at. Alright, so next couple quick things we need to do is set our flex to takeoff, which we'll do that once we flip all this stuff on. Yaw damper. There we go. Now our flex temp on the takeoff was 63 degrees. We'll roll this up. Go. Man, a lot of steps on this thing. So other than that, we're pretty much ready to push back and get rolling back. We're going to put in our takeoff performance. 155 in the box on both boxes. We're going to also grab our winds. So there's our descent winds, they're there. Make sure everything looks good on the init page. Yep. So we're pretty much ready to go. So if we were assigned a squawk, let's say we were assigned like 6.6. Actually, I don't know if I can do 420. I already tried. Do a bunch of 6s. Yeah. There we go. Squawking 4 6s in the box. And then our pitches, our trim, our nose trim is 0.1 down, which is like barely anything, so we're not worried about that. Other than that, yeah, we are ready to go ahead and get this thing pushed back. We're going to do a couple quick things here. We're going to set our takeoff speed. Go at 160. It's 5 above our rotation speed. Nav will come on. Profile will come on. Actually, we do heading select because we have a manual for runway 8, so that'll be heading 080. We'll go ahead and set that. Heading select, and we got profile on the climb. Altitude select, what are we doing? Right. Y'all hear me good? Is audio good? Y'all ain't talking, no one's talking. Set that to profile. Pre-select our speed on departure. Elevation is good. auto brake will go max when we push back. So we'll go ahead and turn the beacon light on. And that's going to let the ground know that we are about to push back.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
But let's remove, we got to remove stuff. Ground shocks and the two.
Hello, Captain. We're ready to push back.
Alright. About to push this baby back. Alright, good. I'm glad y'all are here. I know you guys are just all listening, chilling. I'm just talking and blabbing. I just didn't know if like the sound is being drowned out by the aircraft ambience or me, or if I sound like shit.
Bypass pin inserted.
I don't know. Alright, we're gonna go back and just double check our stuff here. Altimeter's still 29902. Airport.
Locking gear.
Well, this airport is not good. Here we go. Alright, so runway 8 is over here. So we're going to push tail left. We're going to come down Romeo, November. So let's go. Edit push back.
Release sparking brakes.
Alright, so here we go. We're about to push back, y'all.
Commencing push.
There we go. We're pushing back. And I set a point where to start the engines. And that's what we're waiting about right now. Alright, cool. We are
Clear to start engines.
alright, we're clear to start engines, so we'll go ahead and put the crank over to engine alpha and we'll hit engine number 2 first. We're looking at our N2 right here, and we're waiting for this N2 to jump up to 20. Once it hits 20, we'll introduce fuel. Alright, we're going to introduce fuel. Now we're going to look at the exhaust gas temperatures and the N1. Exhaust gas temperatures are going to climb pretty quickly as it, fires up, which is what we want. We're expected like 420 degrees.
Set parking brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Alright. We're going to tell them that we got a good engine start.
We have a good engine start.
Now we're going to go to engine Bravo, which is engine number 1. Arm that. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at the N2 on engine 1. It's going to start to rise. Once we hit 20 on engine number 1, we're going to introduce fuel, baby. $19 and $20. Here we go. Introduce fuel.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, so I'm going to have to navigate my way over. Like I said, we're going to take Romeo down to November, over to Lima.
Tow truck disconnected.
Runway 8 for our takeoff.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
There we go, baby. That's clean engine start right there. So we'll turn our ignition to off. We will turn on our oxygen. We will turn off the APU. And our APU bleed will come off. Alright, it's raining. It's pouring. And we're about to taxi here in a second. We're going to do one last check. Turn the constraints on over here. Takeoff config is not set quite yet. We got to do our trim, which is like 0.1. Not like that. So we got the trim set, taxi lights on. So yeah, we're going to basically veer to the right a little bit here on our taxi. Take off the parking brake. I'll brake to the max. Alright, man. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoy this taxi. Like, got 5 of y'all up here. It's great. This is an incomplete airport on the simulator. It's like a bunch of dirt and stuff. This is really not what it looks like, but it's still the same layout, and you know, geographically, it's still the same. Whatever. Alright, so we're going to roll down this, which is Romeo, and then we're going to hang a right on November, and then jump on the Lima to runway 8. Man. So what do you think, Nancy? What do you think about starting this aircraft up? Do you think you can handle it? Oh yeah, we need to set our decision height right now to -5 on both panels. Both panels, -5. You do that for takeoff so you don't get like a weird warning from the ground terrain awareness system, you know. Otherwise, yeah, if you're taking off and it's telling you terrain, that's kind of unnerving, you know. So you disable that by putting it as -5. We are at Jacksonville International Airport in Florida, and we're going down to Miami. So we're doing like a quick hop. We're gonna get up in the air. It's raining. It's actually raining. This is live weather, but the time I fast forwarded to like pre-dawn, you know. But yeah, this is live weather. Make this weird turn. And continue on our taxi here. Yeah, this is a big plane. It's put up a little bit on the seat. Let's pretend I'm sitting on some phone booths right now. This is what it would look like. Having a little overhead view of it all. Making this weird turn. There we go. Line her up. Oh yeah, so trim is set. Thrust is set. Takeoff thrust is set. We're not getting anything on our memos. We can go ahead and flip on our... Oh, not the strobe yet. Not yet. I need that. No smoking, and we can also arm our emergency lights. Things that you would probably do before you roll out, but we're doing it after we roll out because that's how we do it. Oh yeah. Learning the basics of how to find like where's the anti-ice? Holy shit, on this overhead, like, oh my god, look at all these buttons. Well, the anti-ice is right above the engine lights, or the airplane lights, right above those switches. That's where the anti-ice is, so it kind of rhymes. Anti-ice, airplane lights, so, you know, they put, I don't know, there's a flow to the overhead, and it usually goes from top to bottom, left to right, and that's kind of how you go through the aircraft. Yeah, we're kind of taxiing slow. I'm sorry, I'm being slow. It's we're in the soup right now, so this is going to be a takeoff and complete shit. If everybody likes their Xbox One that we're about to deliver. Oh well. I mean, I've got like a throttle. I've got a joystick. I've got another throttle lever on the joystick that I can use to beat the speed brake. Like, you know, there you go, speed brake. I'm gonna arm the speed brake for takeoff. Auto brake is on. There is a checklist. I didn't go through it and bring it up, but I've kind of... These old Airbuses, like, I don't know, I have a little itch for them. They're fun to fly. I love flying the modern ones too, like the A320 and the, you know, the A380 and all. The A380s, the Haas to fly. It's, you know, the big boy Airbus. But, yeah, I just... I like the old school steam gauges and stuff like that. It looks cool. And yes, this thing has auto throttle and VNAV, which is called profile. Early on, I guess they called it profile. Yeah, we are in the soup right now. We're gonna be taking off out of some soup. We are hauling right now. What's on board right now, Nancy? Can you guess what's on board right now, Nancy? I'll give you a hint. Wyoming girl. It's the only hint I'm going to give you. If you can't figure it out, then there's the door. No, I'm just kidding. There's the door. Alright, yep, so we're about to join Lima up here on this next right, not this one up here, but the one after it. And this is how you would navigate, this is how they do it in real life, like, I'm not kidding you. You can see yourself on a map, on a tablet right next to you, and where you're taxiing, where you're supposed to go, where you're supposed to be. Yes! And guess what we got on board? We've got a massive delivery. No. We are not delivering any fruit on board. We're going to turn on this taxiway. And I'm trying to keep everything careful, man. I do not want to fuck up this takeoff. Oh my god, dude. Like this POV of turning with the tiller. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We're coming up on the runway 8. No, we're not carrying citrus fruit. Before I take off, no. I mean, Wyoming Girl probably bought one, but you know, you gotta think beans, beads, mushrooms, driftwood, all kinds of useless junk. Who made this order? Who sent me this email? I'm now at runway 8, about to line up. We're about to deliver this massive ass cargo. I mean, like, you know, this is like an auction auction clean out. We're cleaning out the auction. All right, we're gonna turn landing lights on, strobe light. And we're going to get this thing ready for takeoff. We're going to go ahead and get it rolling. We're going to take a look at our map view because we have a vector. So we're going to have to kind of stay on that vector for a minute until we figure out where we're going. Which will be to the right because we're heading out east. Yes, this is a bulk order. The customer in Miami wants to remain unidentified, so we're not identifying who we are delivering this massive bulk order of Glory Beef's creations over the past 3 years. So that's what we're delivering right now, and this is a full cargo load. And we're taking off. That's why I'm taxiing so slow, because we're taking off with a full cargo load, and I do not want to disturb any. I do not want to see a chip. I don't want to see a speck of any damage on any of this cargo that we are about to take off with. And we are taking off in the soup, and Glory Beef's cargo is on board. So just keep that in mind as we are just line up with the runway there. What are we doing? We just kind of stopped. Alright, there we go. Alright, back to it. Asymmetrical thrust provided there by the left engine. Once again, we'll do it again. More. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we're going to line up with the runway. Alright. Say your final prayers, Glory Beef. All your shit, everything you know in your life right now is on board this aircraft, and we are about to go. Let's go. Glory Beef. Oh shit, that was my chair that made that noise. Glory Beef. You don't like eggs. 120 indicated. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gears up. Alright, so we are going to pull that auto throttle up. That's what I need to do, put the auto throttle on. Bring our speed up to 200, just above. There we go. Bring it up to 250. Let's ask about landing gear because of the altitude. Ignore that. Coming up to 250. Bam. Oh. Autopilot on.
500. 700.
We're testing that twice right there. Alright, we are flying low and fast. We were doing a low pass. Look at that. Alright, for some reason, the plane wants to be a little squirrely. I think we were pretty heavy. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and ignore this warning. Alright, so now we're just doing like a normal climb. Alright, I did that kind of on purpose. A little low pass. We're going to go direct to Soggy. Nav mode. Alright. We did a nice low pass there. What'd you guys think about that low pass? Frankie Bobby's trucks. What up? Sounds like HML. Look at that wing view coming out of the clouds there. Alright. Alright, we are now in autopilot mode. We are getting back on course. I did a manual flight there, low pass. Of course, the plane yelled at me, and that's what it's supposed to do. But now we're breaking the clouds. Beautiful. Alright, full flaps up. Alright, let's clean up the aircraft here inside. Let's get back inside and clean it up. APU's off, flaps are up, gears up. Gears neutral. That's where you want it. You don't want it all the way up. You want it right there, ready to engage. Landing lights extended and on. That's fine. We're about to climb out of 10,000 feet. How's the engine temperature looking? Oh, if you want to see the exhaust gas temperatures right now coming out of coming out of the back of the engines right now, 754 degrees. And you wonder, like, alright, so we're passing 10,000 feet here in just a moment, as you can see here. Boom, we can go and turn off the lights, the landing lights, retract them. Turn off, take off lights, there we go, bam. Yeah, we came out of the soup though, guys. That was some soup. We were down in there in that moisture band. Took off in the moisture. Did a low pass. A crazy ass low pass at like 250 knots at like 300 feet and took off. So yeah, I gotta go back and rewind and watch that. Like, what the hell was that? But hey, you know, hey, this is a very old plane, man. So I'm learning this thing. Holy shit, it takes a little bit. It's not that bad. Other than that, there's not much else to do but wait till we hit 18,000 feet. But we're already at standard altitude, altimeter. We go to profile now, and that'll speed us up even more. The nose will go down some, as you can see. This yellow arrow on the left indicates that we are going faster. That's our speed tape on the left. And right in the middle is our flight director, giving us a nice steady climb. But yeah, this thing is pretty fucking detailed, man. Like, it's crazy. All right, so we're heading to Miami. Other than that, I don't got much else to add until we start our descent. Looking at our charts, might as well get ahead of it, right? Into Miami, we're doing the approach, or the arrival. Vol, I think it was the Vol 4. The Vol 4. I gotta double check that. Yeah, the Vol 4 sock. No, the E-Bomb. No, that's what it's called. So I'm making sure we got the star, the arrival up in there. Which shall be the Crystal 2 Durable. Crystal 2 Durable for a right. Okay, well, I'll also make sure we got that up in there. Oh yeah, isn't it amazing to get that perspective from up above? It's like, holy shit. And just to see how fast you're moving, and like, you feel like you're not moving, but you're moving. Which is, to me is, I don't know. Whenever I fly as a passenger though, I like flying, the real planes, but as a passenger, I fall asleep. I'm just like, just want to go to sleep. Fuck it. Like, I've spent like all this time packing my bags and getting over here and parking over here and taking all my shit over here and going through security over here and all this shit over here waiting to board. By the time I get on that goddamn thing in that uncomfortable seat, I just want to kind of take my ass to sleep, man, and wake up and land. It's usually how I do it. Take one of them like little cat naps, you know. That's what I do. I'll wake up and eat some of them cheap ass graham crackers they give you. It's like, oh, here's a luxury item for you. Thanks for flying. Here's some fucking graham crackers. Like, shit. Here, I'll zoom in on the nav screen here to see that we're making this kind of weird kind of turn. We can also check on some systems. We can click over here on the air conditioning system throughout the entire cabin, up, forward, aft. We were about 23 Celsius, which is fine. Everything looks fine. Nothing looks out of ordinary. We have no air leaks. We have nothing going on, which is what you want to see, right? You want to see that. So I'm kind of trying to ease the concern of flying, right? We can check the wheel. The wheels are at the same temperature. Well, it's not going to show us the wheel right now. Oh, there it goes. The wheels are about the same air temperature, but they're not in the pressurized area. So there you go, same temperature. Hit the hydraulics up. Hydraulics looking good. 30-30, 30-40, 30-70. And we can verify that right over here on the overhead, blue, green, yellow, hydraulics, everything looks fine, no warnings. So that's what you're doing as you're in cruise. You're checking like every 10 minutes, you're looking at this and that. Every like 5 minutes, you're looking at this and that. Just to make sure everything looks normal. And that's it. Like, that's your job. When you're in cruise. Right now we're still climbing to 360. We got 10,000 more feet to go. And it's like by the time we get up there, we're gonna descend fairly soon. Dude, I just imagine, like, they make flying a luxury. Like, you get fed this if you take the first class and all that, right? It's just like the Titanic, right? First class gets the best food, and then like works its way back. It's the same concept, except now it's tin cans with wings, right? Yeah, this is like, I just want to give people like a little perspective on like a old plane. This is an old plane. This is not latest greatest technology. Look at these screens. Like, it's not. But it functions. It works. You can make it work. You can make it work. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna AFK for like 3 minutes. So y'all chill as we continue to climb out. I'll set a camera. We'll do like something like this. I'll be right back. Yo, am I still live? Am I still going, Nancy? Nancy's in the chat still, okay. Oh man. It's about live, still rolling. I cannot tell. Alright, we're still good, okay. My phone is being stupid. It's telling me a bunch of dumb shit. Alright, we're about to hit top of this, or top of us then. Alright, cool. Alright, about to hit our final cruise, altitude 36,000 feet here. We're gonna hop over to Miami. So anyway, anybody got any shit to talk about? Any shit talk? I got shit talked about by Big Drunk. That was interesting. Alright, yeah, I'm glad my audio is good. That's good to know. I mean, there's like two fronts, or there's several fronts. I mean, the heads of people that I'm in, that's out there. I don't know, that's funny. Best way I can describe it here at cruise altitude. Oxygen looks good. Wait, we need to put our, oh, we got the descent ones already in. We need to put our, there we go, 30, 40, wind correlation, we'll just leave that. Minimum decision height for what we're landing at. Oop. Pull that up real fast. Arrival, approach 8 rights. So we need to get the localizer 110.3, decision height 450. Holy shit, 450 in Miami. Okay. I didn't even make that chart jump over there. Alright, so yeah, Smurfy, right? Set this at 450 real fast. Put it on this one too. So yeah, so yeah, Big Drunk talking some smack about me. Like who else? Jerry Robinson. Of course, Meatwad always is. But there's another person out there talking some shit about me, just randomly out of nowhere, out of the blue, talking some shit about a lot of people. So yeah, that's the news, I guess, if you want to call it that. That's the lowdown. Oh yeah, and he thinks that like me posting like some memes of other chuds being smurfed is like some like terrible thing. Like, wah. Alright, I'm closing all apps on my phone. For some reason I can't verify that my screen is on. Oh, my phone is weird. It's probably because I'm live. Pull up this. There I go. Okay, fucking the phone app is just weird as fuck. Yeah, and like they're like with the whole like who wore it better tweet with him and Tommy Tater. You know, from what I take from the whole rundown of watching it, like Hippie Mom is like laughing. I'm not even gonna call her that. Naughty Aubrey was laughing. Like she's got a mouth full of shit. And she's just laughing, you know. And sorry, I'm gonna pull up my star arrival. There's the two. Just two. Well, yeah, like, the guy that found us letters. Yeah. Like, that's the, deflection, I guess. Coming through Gucci. Where's Gucci at? Alright, coming down through Gucci. Crochet dollar. It should be that to Liz at 3,000. Should be Blimey Madonna. Okay, so we're coming down through Gucci, going to Piana at 5,000. Okay. Madonna, Tupac. At 5,000. Alright, we're coming down through Tupac at 5,000. Right here. That's our approach. Whoop. So we'll go ahead and set that to 5,000 feet. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to stay ahead of the aircraft here. Our profile, nav, everything looks good. Alright. Yeah, like the whole flap thing, like and like when I make these tweets, I don't say anything about their body. Like, I don't talk about him in that sense. I just post it, like, who wore it better? And I just leave it at that. Like, I don't, you know, like, I don't have to just pile on or anything. So I don't. I just post it. But they already... they're already like one side of the couple's happy or laughing about it, thinking it's funny, and the other side's like, babe, what? You know, babe, what? Who's BM? What's a BM? Oh, that guy. Oh yeah, that we were just talking about. Like, such, like, I feel like Big Drunk like has the mind of a goldfish or something. Like he doesn't latch on very well. And he wanted to talk about something he wanted to do to me. But he just didn't say anything. Alright, we're coming up on top of descent, guys, here in about 30 miles. 30-something miles there. Well, yeah, about 30 miles. Yeah, there you go. That white arrow. We got to manually select it too. It won't auto VNAV. This is an old aircraft, so I have to actually like turn off the profile button over here. I have to hit profile, turn it off, and then turn it back on for the plane to descend. So here in about 20 miles. Thunderdome. Was that a movie? Ooh. Either way, fill me in, man. Fill me in. Hey, we're just talking and flying and talking shit. Well, there's the thing. There's the thing. Like, the third person, like, shit talking me, bringing my name up. Not AP. No, not AP. But I don't really watch these random streams, but I just randomly watched it and saw it. It was last night, last evening, whatever. We'll just say Zelda talks some shit about me and a bunch of other people just randomly. And that's what happened. It's maybe sometimes your minds happen. Alright, we're coming up on top of the descent, so we'll zoom in on our navigation display full. And then once we cross this white arrow pointing at us, which means go down, it's time to go down, we're going to turn off profile and turn it back on because it won't automatically go down, and I'll show you this. Actually, wait, it's going VDEV right now. Holy shit, maybe it's capturing. Maybe it's actually going to do VNAV, which they call it VDEV. If this actually works, like, I'll be surprised. Because it didn't work last time I did it. Didn't do anything. Oh, didn't do anything. So, whoa. Now it's doing something. Wait. If I hit turn profile off and back on. Should try to catch up with it now. Oh yeah, the whole incident, like, I'm not like, from what I'm not applauding like going up to somebody and spray painting them. Not. I you know, from an outside, like from being outside the whole bubble of the whole situation that occurred. No, like either way, I don't condone doing that. It happened, right? It happened. So taking something that happened like that, just memeing from it, just making memes from it, I feel like it is what it is. Depending on the severity of the situation, right? Like, I'm not gonna meme like Sonal's car accident. Like, that was memeable. Nobody got hurt. But if someone got hurt or something really bad happened, no, I wouldn't meme on that shit. So, I kind of feel like they missed the mark there. With being, it's being a meme. The kid made a bad decision. He ran and then like hung a right back towards them. It's like, why did you do that? Like, what were you doing? But like by that time, the crowd was dispersing, and where are you gonna go? And yeah, it was just funny. What was funny is just seeing Big Drunk like waddle in anger. He was like waddling, like, get over, back over here, you shitter, you little shit, get back over here. It was just bad execution, man. Like, if you're gonna do that, you gotta execute it. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm not like, I'm not promoting it. I'm not promoting people going around spraying people in the face with shit. No, not. But like, I don't know. That's the way I look at it, and I just leave it at that. I don't go any further. I don't, whatever. I would not have done that. I wouldn't have done it. Even if I saw a Big Drunk in front of me, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have even thought about doing something like that. Even with a bottle of water, or a spray bottle of water, I wouldn't have done something like that. Let alone spray paint, right? So that's just the way I look at it. Oh yeah, we need to fucking put our speed brake on. ILS frequency. Oh yeah, ILS frequency on our runway. We need to put that in. Right. 110.3. So we want to put that in. 0. Switch that to ILS. Actually, we don't need to switch that to ILS yet. We're still kind of high. Yeah, it's like, if you're gonna pull off something like that or try to, like, damn, at least give us some effort. But that's just how the chips fall. Whoever did that. I don't know. When I was 19 years old, I wasn't thinking about spray painting people in the face, but I can meme it and make fun of it, and that's what that's as far as I'll take it. Wide open space. It was just, there was nothing out there. There was no trees or bushes. There was a bunch of people scattered. Like, you're not gonna blend in. Especially if you create a scene like that. Like, yeah, you're not gonna just blend in. So, yeah, it's kind of a bad move. Alright, so our constraint right now is 280 knots coming up. 15,000 feet. So yeah, other than that, yeah, like what I was saying, like trying to hint at is there was a panel last night on it was a Truth or Cops panel, and Star Fox was on the panel, and he brought me up, he brought Mina up, AP, Bald, like he brought like all these people up, and he is like somehow pissed off about a bunch of shit that I can't make sense of, and the way he explained it didn't make sense, and why he's so mad about stuff that didn't make any sense. So that's the third angle. And I'm not feeding it by acknowledging it right here, but just acknowledging it. Like, I never talked about him. All of a sudden he's like pissed off at me, like really mad at me about something, and I just don't understand. It has something to do with like a Twitter DM that I don't even barely recall about. And there was a lot going on at the time when I think he DM'd me, and I said something really quick to him, and he just took it the wrong way. He was like, he said something to me to the effect of, "Why aren't you promoting or covering the pro-Palestine stuff?" And I just basically told him that it's something that it's a complex issue. I just gave him an explanation. Like, I'm not gonna jump, like, just start throwing a bunch of shit out there on Twitter. I know this is right when October 7th happened, I think, around that time, and he was going after people, like, why aren't you talking about it? And, dude, it's a fucking tragedy. It's a horrible thing, man, but I'm not gonna sit there and spam Twitter. Like, it's horrible, like, what's going on, like, why are you putting on my shoulders all of a sudden, kind of thing. And he took it kind of the wrong way, and like, sorry, man, like, shit. He thought like I trolled him or something like that. Like I trolled him. So, dude, Star Fox, I'm not. I don't try to troll. Why would I troll you, dude? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's just that whole Panelverse bullshit is. It's just like it's a fucking cesspool of shit. But like, just to hear that for that moment, I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Where are you coming from with all this shit? Holy shit, dude. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have time for that shit. But just hear my name dragged into something that I have literally nothing to do with. Makes zero sense. Alright, we're coming in at 15,000 feet. Systole is 16,000 feet or below. So we're below 16,000. So we're right on profile. We're about to hit the soup layer again here. If I can turn on the weather radar. So if I can turn on the weather radar and point it down. So I can get some weather to show up on the ND here. Yeah, Nancy, it's just really confusing, and I think, like, looking at a message to somebody, like a DM to somebody, it can be misread, things can be misconstrued. I fucking work in a goddamn chat environment. I work on chat. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for forever. It's my job. That's what I do. Work from home. I work on a fucking chat. So do you think I don't get fucking, like, maybe misunderstood, or, oh, you're being rude, when I'm not trying to, but it might get taken that way? Like, that's kind of the shit it is, man. That's the dumb shit, and just running with it, and just amplifying it, and it's nothing. It's like, dude, chill the fuck out. He's like holding on to something that got misunderstood, and he fucking blocked me and shit, and it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to fix something that you misunderstood if you're not willing to work with me here, dude. Like, it's not that deep. And he basically thought that, like, I was gonna be boots on the ground Antifa and go to DC and shit with him or something. like delusions, you know. Yeah, I get his passion. I get the passion behind it, but to throw people under the bus that aren't gonna do that, I'm not going to DC to that damn corner and yelling at the judge. As much as I would think it'd be fun to do, if I could teleport there and do it and just have fun for like an hour and do it, I would do it. But I don't live there. I'm not near there. Why would I go there? So I don't know. To come in as a big outsider like that, it doesn't make much sense to me. And that's the same perspective with the whole, when he was trying to get me about the whole Palestine stuff. It's like, I'm an outsider, dude. Like, I'm not there. I don't live there. Like, why are you dragging me into this shit? And I don't mean that in like a, I don't care that I don't live there type shit, but it's just like, what impact do you want me to do? Like, I'm like shit. Tell me, man. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Apparently I'm doing something wrong, and you don't like it, and you're pissed about it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, people have expectations. I don't know. These people just they throw themselves out there, and you either want to entertain. You either are like an entertainer that puts out content that's pretty good, or you're a Wyckoff that puts out dumb shit. You're in that in between. Like it's a pretty big spectrum, but you're somewhere there. Like me doing this right now, I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to get super chats and shit and thank all my viewers or yell at my fucking chat to talk to me. Like, Jesus Christ, man. If you don't want to talk to me, don't. I'm not gonna yell at you about it. I'm not gonna scold you. Say talk to me. Why aren't you talking? Nancy, say something. Right? Like, Jesus, like, wouldn't that drive you nuts if I did that every fucking night? I mean, that's fucking borderline insanity right there. We're talking. I'm just flying a goddamn plane. We're going into the soup. I'm gonna turn on the anti-ice just for funsies. Even though we're in Miami airspace. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against Star Fox. I have no personal vendetta against him. He got fucked over by WYSIWYG with the interview and shit. Like, that's a whole nother thing that I'm not even going to go into out of respect for him, because I respect him. But him going on the Star Fox panel, not Star Fox panel, but him going on the Truther Comp panel and just like unleashing this dumb shit for no reason does no good. I get that you're mad about something, man, but I couldn't even jump in the fucking chat because it was 33-minute subscriber mode. It's like I couldn't even get in the chat. I couldn't even say my piece. And God forbid I'm gonna get on that damn panel with him. I mean, I could, but like, I'm not trying to one up somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or I feel like I don't even need to get on the panel to try to defend myself. Because what am I defending myself for? Some dumb DM tweet that was misunderstood from like 3 years ago that I don't give a fuck about, that I forgot all about, that he's still fucking harping on? That's where we're at, man. It's just, I don't know. That's fucked up. Some fucked up shit. And I'm not on that shit, man. Like, holy damn, dude. Holy shit. Imagine this, oomph. I mean, imagine it. Give me your input, oomph. Talk to me. No, I was kidding. Alright, we're breaking the clouds. There's Miami in front of us. Miami. There we go. I'll put the nose view out. There's Miami breaking the clouds. Oh man, WYSIWYG is tied up into some fucking shit. He's tied up into like Zero Dark Tony, ZDT. He had him up on his shit. He's all over the place, and he's even like showcased me in my tweets and shit on his channel, like talking shit about me, saying that I'm picking on women, like, I'm picking on women. Like, what woman am I picking on? Like, jeez, man. The fucking snowflakes, these MAGA snowflakes, man. Alright, we're breaking through the clouds here. Put the nose view back on because that's beautiful. The nostrils view. Because I make clips of Jerry or nostrils or Glory B. I'm picking on women. And in all my tweets and all of my submissions, I don't throw out derogatory language or body shame or use any like bad language. Like I don't want to put that. I'm not trying to spotlight it that way. I'm trying to show you what I see, and this is the clip. Look at it. This is what I saw. This is what I heard. Watch it, you know. And that's based off sometimes for the Meatwad stuff, it's based off like the AI translation. Alright, so we are going to go to heading mode. Heading mode indicated 273. I'm going to go heading right now. I'm going to turn the ILS on. We're on both. Alright, so ILS is on, so we need to get down to 3,000 feet, y'all. We're going to throw in some flaps, some slats to kind of slow us down. And we're going to go manual speed to 220. Enjoy our I'm just catching them on chat here. I'm not no dancing bear. Hell no, Nancy. See, I'm flying this plane right now, so I have the courage to actually to get on panel with these people that want to shit on me and talk to them and have a conversation like as a human being. And they think I'm this powerful. Oh, we got a rainbow in front of us. Look at that. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Look at that. That's fucking awesome. Let's fucking go. Throw the rainbows in the chat, y'all. Give me some rainbows. Come on now. That's beautiful. Hell yeah. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna basically make a left turn over here to Copra, but we're gonna just hold our position right now. We're gonna go ahead and drop down to 3,000 feet. And drop that down, and then we're gonna slow down to 210 knots. at the same time by throwing in a little bit of break. There we go. Yeah, Nancy, look at that. We're coming through this rainbow. This is beautiful. This is awesome. This is unique. I've never flown through a rainbow before, and we're about to do it. We're about to fly through one. All right, it kind of faded away, but hey, that was fucking cool. I mean, come on. Come on, that was unexpected, not planned for the flight at all. It just happened. So you kind of roll with the punches there. Live TV. All right, we're gonna go. We're on heading mode right now at 273. So we're maintaining this heading. Right. All right, guys. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit, and we're gonna have to make a left turn. And our left turn is probably gonna be a heading of like 180. For a moment, and then we're gonna come into heading 080. So we're gonna give ourselves a moment to get down on altitude, 3,000 feet. We're gonna kind of give ourselves a moment to get beyond this waypoint just a little bit. We want to be at 3,000 feet or below at Cobra. So that's where we're heading. We're gonna go ahead and do half and half. Oh man, look at that. Take off the speed brake. Arm. Holy shit, that was fucking cool. Like, I'm sorry, I'm taken aback by that. Coming out of that rain band there, which is right behind us. There's a chemtrail. Alright, now we're gonna start making this turn. I'm going to use my, I have a throttle quadrant. It has like 3 push button up and down levers, so I can push up and down. I have 3 of them in a row. One is altitude, one is vertical speed, and the other is heading. So I'm going to go down left on my heading. So I'm facing 273 or 275 on the heading. I need to turn left. So I'm going down. If I go up, that's a right turn. Nope. You want to go down. That's a left turn. I'm going to go down to 181 or make this turn. Bam. Look at that turn, that's beautiful. So we do 110 right now. And I'm going to hit the land button. And what that does is when I hit the land button, which is right over here, right here in front of me, land, how that's indicated active, that turns on right here on my primary flight display, glide slope and localizer, which I have inputted right here, the ILS 110.3. And we can cross-check that right here, 110.3. Whoop, shit, I didn't mean to move that. So we are on the localizer approach for runway A right into Miami. We're turning right now to a heading of 110. And watch as we make this turn, the plane will automatically capture the lateral navigation to the runway at first, which is the localizer approach, and then the vertical navigation down to the runway, which is the glide slope. Now we're on localizer. You can see the localizer as indicated in green here at the very top. LOC, localizer. So we've captured the runway localizer. Now we're waiting on the glide slope. So as you can see where we're at on the navigation display, we have captured the localizer. We're going to make a left turn right down to the runway 8 right. As you can see, we're making that left turn right now. Happens to be right now. We're on frequency with the radar of the radio frequency of that runway intercept point. That's why they tell you to turn your cell phones off below 10,000 feet. Is this right here? This is why. All right. So as you can see on the primary flight display, there's a triangular or diamond-shaped, purple diamond shape coming down on the right side, which indicates our altitude. We are set at 3,000 feet. We're right now level at 3,000 feet at 210 knots. We're about to intercept the localizer. Go ahead and slow our speed down to 200 to 180 knots. And as we do that, we're going to capture the localizer and we're going to land in Miami. We're going to bring ourselves all the way down to the runway and land. We flew out of Jacksonville, guys. The full stream. It took me forever to get this fucking thing to work, but we are on our way. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the gear once we hit the glide slope. Boom! We're on glide slope right now. GS activated. As you can see right here, at the very top of the primary flight display, glide slope, localizer, Cat 2. So that means we are on a Category 2 landing for 8 right. So we're going to zoom in, and when we're 5 miles from the runway, we are going to drop our speed to the final reference speed, which is called the FREF, final reference speed. It's typically about 150 knots, 140 to 50 knots. We're doing full configuration on the landing, so we're doing full flaps. So I'm going to go ahead and start to bring the speed down because we want to get down on the speed. And I'm going to go ahead and drop gear. Gear's down. Gear's going down. There it is. Look at that, baby. Gear is going down. There it goes. Alright. So we're on our final for runway 8 right. Full flaps. We're getting an overspeed warning. That's okay. We're doing final. Big at 150 knots. Auto brake medium. Spoilers are armed. Man, that crosswind just gave us a little shake right there at the end. Alright, we're coming down to VREF. 145 knots. Put it down. Alright guys, wish me luck on this landing. Wish me fucking luck. Because we're about to land here in Miami. Alright, we're at the final VREF speed. We're holding the line. We're at minimums. I'm disconnecting the autopilot. Airplane is mine. Disconnecting the auto throttle. Airplane is mine. We are on final approach.
200. 100. 60, 40, 30, 20, 10, 9.
Man, that wind got me. That little gust at the end took me to the right. We have made it, guys. Flaps up half. We have made it. We are on the ground in an Airbus A306. One of the first Airbuses. This is from like the early 70s. We landed, baby. Put her on the ground. What do you guys think? I mean, that landing was not the best. It's not my absolute best. Alright, let's clean up the aircraft here. Let's get off the runway. Golly, man. Alright, I'm going to set parking brake real quick. Spoilers are up. Strobe can come off. And lights off. They're already off. Ha! Landing us off. Alright, we're going to pick a parking spot, so... I gotta pick something that is life. Alright, we're doing a follow me. We're gonna do a follow me to the cargo parking. Just for the fun. Just to fuck around. But man, that was intense, man. I've never flown this thing and did it. I did some like test flights for takeoff, the startup and stuff, but I never did the whole ILS and landing with this thing, and it worried me. I was worried. I was like, will this thing capture? You know, because I'm used to being when I fly on VATSIM, like you're gonna be given a heading to fly, and you hope that you intercept that localizer to the runway. At least get yourself straightened out on the runway, and then you can figure out your landing, which is, you know, a 3% glide out of 3 miles out. If you're 3 miles out, you need to be at 3% going down. Basically, that's how landings work, and you have to be at a good speed. You don't want to be fast, and you don't want to be slow. I'm short. So there's that final reference speed, which is usually 140 knots. For a lot of aircraft. All right, we're gonna follow this guy. We're gonna follow this thing. We're gonna follow this thing in front of us. He's gonna take us to parking. We've requested it, especially. I'm just extending the stream. Oh shit! No! Where are you going? Dude, where are you going? Oh, don't tell me you're going that way. Oh my god, what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm supposed to follow this guy. I think he told me to fuck off. Alright, here's no help. We're gonna get a we'll just go to a gate, man. We're gonna go to gate. I don't have big gates here. front. We're not going through the gate. We're going to try to follow me once again. We're going to wait. We'll be very patient and not like overtake it. Apparently, like if you get too close to it, it like goes away from you. All right, it'll be here in like a minute. So what do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think about this aircraft for an Airbus? Like one of the very first Airbus. There's a cool shot. Rainbow. Look at that. That's beautiful. There's a screenshot right there. Nancy, send me the screenshot. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, like I just got hit with a wind out of nowhere. Like at the very end there, like I got scooted to the right. I was like, what the fuck happened there? Like I didn't expect that. Yeah, there you go. There's another rainbow. Here comes our here we go. Now we should be following this thing. See it. Try to follow this thing without running it over. So here we're going to do this from this point of view. Is everything pretty smooth for you guys? I'm doing like a nose point of view taxiing right now, and I actually enjoy this. Like I've never done this before, and it intrigues me. I got to follow this thing to parking. This thing right here in front of me, this truck, that like fucked me over and like drove around me and said fuck you and drove away. Now he's actually cooperating, and I'm intrigued. Like taxiing with the nose. I actually want to do this point of view when I stream again, because I think that's very interesting to taxi this way. I think it's very interesting. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, we're going to make a right turn. See him over there. There we go. Yeah, right turn. Cross the runway 26 and left. 8, 9. Crossing the runway I landed on. And then we're going to cross. So we're going to cross. This is wild, man. I've actually never done this perspective before. This is actually very interesting. Taxi this way. This is very interesting. What do you think, Nancy? Is this a pretty cool perspective? Do you feel like you're inside the plane right now? Like we're moving? And we're, do you feel like you're there? I can't believe we took off in that suit and we landed. Like that landing was like I pulled to the right really bad. Did not expect that to happen at the very end there, and it just happened. Like I just got pulled to the right. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And like that's part of the simulator for gusts and stuff. Like you have to kind of prepare yourself. If you know there's a gust coming from that direction, expect it to kind of want to push you off a little bit there at the very end of the ground, The winds go to the ground, so You know, just like a learning experience and learning this aircraft. Bottom line, I feel rejuvenated. Just learning how to fly this damn thing. And we're following this stupid escort this to transport our to parking. I mean, I could be driving around looking for a McDonald's, looking for a gas station, looking for a convoy, looking for, you know, looking for shit. But no, man, I'm just taxiing around a fucking airport right now, and that's the fucking life, man. Look at this beautiful turn. Look at that turn. Look at that fucking turn, dude. Look at that turn. Look at that turn. Alright, we're making another turn. We're making another turn here. Turn. Right turn. I'm flying this Airbus A306, man. And man, this thing is from like the 70s, and I fucking landed this gosh darn thing, and I'm following this thing. I'm like, where are you taking me, dude? Like, I got so much fuel on board, dude. I gotta put this thing away. Judah, have I ever flew a real plane? That's top secret. I may or may not have my private pilot's license. Make money flying planes. We're talking in chat, you know. I make money talking in chat, and I can do it while I'm flying planes. Taxiing over here. This guy's taking us to the fucking, like, the ghettos of the airport right now. Like, where are we going, dude? We gotta park sometime. I want to do my parking with this point of view. I want to do my parking perspective because it like tells you how good or bad you are on your parking. I'm gonna keep following this thing. Oh yeah, Judith, welcome in. Appreciate you up in here. Yeah, we just talking some shit. A lot of shit going down. A lot of shit we talking, but you know, this is just more like a relaxed, chill. You know, I flew all the way from Jacksonville to Miami, so here we are. The FedEx hub is like on the most opposite side of the airport where I should have landed at. Like, this is like where you plan your fuel and stuff, because you don't want to burn all this extra fuel taxiing around the airport. You don't want to do that as a plane, because the more time you spend on the ground burning fuel, that is like the time you don't want to do burning fuel. You want to be burning the fuel up in the air while you're getting to your destination, not sitting on the ground, because that's just wasted resources. So So a long taxi, all that shit can be very annoying, very, you know, frustrating for the pilot. Yeah, we're following this thing, Federal Express. I can taxi from this point of view too. Oh, I'm gonna slow down. He's slowing down. Oh shit. I've never been to Jacksonville, but Judith, have you been to have you traveled outside the United States anywhere? Have you been outside of the country? Have you ever been anywhere outside of the border? The border of reason? Alright. We're gonna go over the nose for this because this is where it gets dramatic. Gotta go over the nose. Oh boy. Where are you going? You're going somewhere. You're taking me somewhere. Taking me to the fucking back alleys of the fucking airport. Okay, there's a parking spot right over here. Oh, there's an air marshal there too. Okay, perfect. I see the parking. Alright, I got it, dude. I got it. It's this yellow line right here to my right. Got it, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Oh, there is no air marshal. Well, that's okay. That's fine. Park it right there. Shit. It's fine. The air marshaller was in. Wait, there was an air marshaller. The air marshaller was right here. He's telling me to cut the engines. He was inside the building. He was inside the building. I couldn't see you, dude. He's telling me to cut the engines. There's police cars up in here and shit. Cut the engines, see? Alright, so at this point you would, oh shit. So at this point you would, you probably have like your AP going on the rollout, but we made it to Miami. I can ask for external power right here. So they put off now. Now we're going to shut the engines down, boom, full stop. Alright guys, do you guys feel safe about aviation safety or aviation travel? I'll sit here on the ground and talk to you guys for a minute. If you guys want to talk for a second. Are you going to fly in a plane? Are you going to get in an aircraft and fly? No, I did that without zero comms, right? But you know, we landed. We made it to the locations. ground power units on, as you can see all this blurry shit, which is the heat going. I mean, I've flown a lot. I think a lot of people, there's a lot of people that have flown more than me. So, I mean, I feel like we should have more emphasis on, we're dealing with like a lot of growth, either new growth of new pilots that need to be trained and certified and ready to go, versus pilots that are, you know, retiring. You have that with ATC as well. So there's a lot of gaps to be filled, but I feel like overall, those pilots that are flying in those big jets, they're big, airliners like I'm flying here. They're highly trained. Like I'm sitting here by myself doing all this shit, but normally you have somebody else there right next to you making sure that you're doing what you should be doing, and you know, you guys cross-check each other. You check the weather. You make sure the weather's good where you're flying, because you don't want to fly into a storm. Nobody wants to fly into a fucking storm, okay? Even the pilots, believe it or not, they don't want to. They don't. You know, communication. The guy on the right seat, over here is handling all the communication. The guy on the left seat is handling all the navigation and keeping the aircraft, you know, flying. While this guy over here on the right is talking to ATC, and he's monitoring stuff, and he's able to fly the plane, but he's just sitting over here making sure everything's cool. And that's just kind of how it works. And you got crew, you got, you know, flight attendants, and they're all trained, you know, how to handle stuff and deal with stuff. Like, you know, it's a system. And I feel like, oh, the anti-ice is still on. Whoops, I put my anti-ice is still fucking on. That shit was alerting me of that. Look at that shit. Brakes. The brake fans need to be turned on. Oh shit, where's the brake fan? Brake fan, right here. Yeah, brake fan. There we go. I mean, I've flown a few times, quite a few times. You know, a lot of the times I've flown was out of the country. I've never had any issues. The only thing I've ever dealt with was like one time flying back home. Like we had to like circle and hold in a position for like 20 minutes. And once we did that, we were just circling, and I realized we were circling after like 2 minutes of going in a circle. I was like, we're just going in a circle. Like, what the fuck's going on? And it was because there was like a lightning, like, you know, like a supercell, a tiny little supercell thing going over the airport that was creating ground to, or cloud to ground lightning. Which is actually a discharge from the ground up. But, you know, they don't let the ground crew out. They don't land aircraft at that point. They don't do any of that shit when that's going on. So that's why they had us in a holding pattern. And, like, while we were up there, the pilot comes on and was like, we're about to go up to another airport, you know, like 100 miles away to refuel and come back. We're gonna land, we're gonna refuel, and then we're gonna fly back out. And then the whole plane erupted. They were like, no fucking way we're gonna do that. That's like, why would, oh my god, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And we're hearing this shit, you know. But eventually, like, we held for like another 10 minutes or something, and then like they cleared us to land in, and we landed, and everything was fine. So all in all, the flight was delayed like maybe like an hour, but we were just sitting there doing circles for a while. You know, just sitting there doing a fucking holding pattern. It's like we're doing the same thing that pilot's doing up in the cockpit, holding and waiting, you know, to further instructions. So that's aircraft safety. That was just like protocol type shit. I totally get it. There was a large like supercell thing going over the area where the airport was, and they didn't want to fuck around with that. So they wanted to keep things safe. That was the consequence of it, you know. So things are like, I haven't flown recently in a minute, but I would imagine things are pretty still the same. Going through security, you know, yeah, I'm gonna cut it pretty much here, but yeah, just going through the motions flying. I just, you know, I have confidence in things. Some mishaps are happening in smaller aircraft, smaller situations, but still, like the commercial level stuff with the Delta flipping over and all that, that's crazy. I don't know. But I'm not going to go down some rabbit hole and talk like Meatwad forever. So I'm going to cut it out here. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for flying with Miles Money. Peace.